Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Mike. I'm a second year PA student at Euclid, and today we've got two guests actually. So
I'm Nayi Mureyi, again a second year student, but I'm a medical student at the University of Central Lancashire as well.
I've also got
Hiya, hello guys, I'm also a medical student and we are back with another video.
So this video is about 10 tips for medical students or PA students, or to be honest, just uni students in general. And the first part of this video is on Nayi's channel, which will be linked. The second part of the video is on Highest channel, and then we save the best for last on my channel. So before you watch this though, just make sure you head into their channels. Make sure you subscribe to their channel as well and like the videos. And then but make sure you come back to this one though.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Number seven is ask questions. Ask questions, guys. Like, I'm gonna go with the cliche because someone told me, what did someone tell me? Cliches are cliche for a reason.
Yeah.
Actually, it was hard to tell me that.
Yeah.
So like,
Hashtag deep. I should start with
Where did you get that from?
I mean, they are cliches for a reason.
No, was that your own statement?
I think so.
Well, I'm going to put the quote right here.
cliche are cliche for a reason.
Hiya, circa.
And the cliche is like, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. And it's big for me. And to be honest, like, okay, we can say ask questions, but it is difficult because me personally, my A-levels, we were like 20 students, and then I came to uni, and then we have a lecture room with like 200 people. So my first question was asking like second years, like, how do you like stop the lesson for 200 people to ask a question? And they were like, you just have to do it. Yeah. And to be honest, I couldn't at first, like, I just couldn't do it. Just so many people, and I couldn't do it. But then the way I was able to like start doing it is to challenge myself. Like, I'll just raise my hand up and they just sees me. Then once they've seen me, you can put it down anymore. It's too late.
I
So
mean,
you just have to ask the question.
It's a daunting thing in a lecture room. I mean, I thought it would be as easy as like A-levels, like you did, but you know, the person I am, I like taking risks. So I remember the first time I asked the question, there was like, it was full, and you know, like first year, every single person is pitching up for lectures. Yeah. And I remember looking around and I was like, you're telling me I'm actually in a position where I'm able to stop this whole lesson
For 200 people.
I was like, you know what, if that's the case, I want to be the first person to do it, right? So as soon as I got the chance, my hand shot up, and like, you know, some people will look at you and it's like, but like, it's one of those, you need to think about it this way, right? Are you gonna let 200 people sitting minding their own business, focused on the lecture, be the reason why you don't ask a question that could probably, you know, be very impactful towards your progress? Why?
And I think this is something else. Like, I feel like most people, it's about confidence. Like, maybe you think maybe people are looking at you to laugh at you, and to be honest, no one has time for that. Like, everybody's there to learn. That's the thing.
And the thing is, this is what people don't understand. The question you think is probably dumb or stupid, probably 100 people
like you
are confused about it. The other 100 probably don't even understand the question because they're not at your level of understanding.
Exactly.
Think about it that way, right? And I don't think there's ever been a time where you like people laugh or like, unless if you do crack a joke in your
that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't really happen that you like people are listening to, okay, let's see what they're gonna say, so we can laugh at them. No, everybody's there to learn. And as Nat was saying before, like, there's probably like 100 people in that lecture room that have the same question as you, but they don't have the confidence to ask. So you ask him, you actually like putting yourself out there. So like, it's actually a positive.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I have a reputation, I think they can tell you guys, that I ask a lot of questions in class.
Oh yeah.
And the pleasure.
Maybe a bit too.
Yeah. Maybe I like to ask questions, so that's definitely
You're listening to a lecture recording and you can only hear
But let me tell you something. So many people come up to me and go like, we understood this point because of your question. Because like they literally come to me and they're like, you know, you asked this question, I had that question in my mind. Because you asked it, it's got stuck in my head. And many times I ask questions that actually come up in our exams. So like, I do hear myself in the recording and I'm like, yes, I sound good, but really ask questions. And I also want to say, ask questions on Google. Like, we have Google, for heaven's sake, like YouTube. I mean, we are at a time where you can ask anyone and anything, and even on placement, ask questions. When you go, for example, ask if you can do this, for example, skill. Let's say IM injections. If you know how to do it and you were tested on it, ask, can I do it? That's how you learn. So don't be afraid, and like, just imagine everyone in their underwear when you ask questions. That's what I do.
I'd say the one in placement is a really big one. Like, I feel like the first placement I did, I was a bit, I wouldn't even say I was shy. I didn't want to like interrupt or be a problem, so I didn't answer. And I noticed that there were a lot of things I could have done, which I didn't do, so I lost the opportunity. I'm never getting that back. But very soon I'm about to start placement again, and this time I'm just gonna go there and be like, I can do that. Do you mind if I do it?
If you guys like, we can like do a video about what we learned from our placement and what we would like recommend for your placement.
For you to do.
Comment section.
Yeah, if you'd like to tell us, we'd definitely love to help, because that's how you learn from making the most out of your placements.
And if you enjoyed the video, just like below, don't forget about that.
In fact, we're gonna do a timeout, guys, and we're gonna do a zoom in. You can't watch this video. 3 med students, we've taken their timeout, and we're gonna do that again. 3 med students who've taken the timeout to give you such good content and not like, I mean, look at Haya's face. Look at Mike's face.
Guys, honestly, like
look at my face. I mean, come on.
We're really excited to be helping.
It's adorable.
Yeah, like honestly, especially with lockdown and stuff, we feel like we need to talk to someone. So like, hello.
Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to subscribe.
Yeah.
To all our channels, by the way.
Yeah, really. More is to come. 8th tip: do something outside of medicine.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like, if this is a crown, I'm like the queen of this. Literally, I have so many extracurricular activities. Not because, like, I have time and stuff, but because I make time, because I feel like medicine shouldn't take over my life. So, over the years, I went fencing. Wow. So, I do horseback riding. I went to dance class. I acted in a play. Oh. I learned French. Oh. I did violin. Oh. So, yeah, extracurricular activities. And to be honest with you guys, I sometimes have to weigh it out. So, I think extracurricular activity or seeing my friends, and most of the times I tend to like go to the extracurricular activities because when you do certain activities, it's good for your mental state, it's good for your well-being, it's good to give you something with short term goals that you can get, because for medicine it is a long degree. We're graduating in 3-4 years. I need a short-term goal. Learning, for example, how to jump an obstacle while horseback riding, that's a short-term goal, something I can achieve. So it keeps me going, and that's why I'm saying do something outside of medicine.
I mean, yeah, you definitely want to have a timeout from this whole medical thing. It can get so stressful, not in the way that it's too difficult, but like if you're just thinking school, and like med school has this beautiful ability to just like flood your life if you let it, right? Like there's so many modules, practical, theory, and like portfolio stuff you just have to catch up on. Like if you let it take over, it will, right? So we like we all have our ways of stepping away, even like from YouTube, because our YouTube channels are medically related. So we'll do something that's completely like just even Mike and I on the weekend, even I on the weekend. You won't recognize it, right? I mean, we're not doing anything crazy, but like my point is, you wouldn't just think those guys are medical students.
That's pre-lockdown.
It's
now
so
we're abiding by the rules.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's like to give your brain a complete break. So that you can't, because even when you're working, especially, you need to start. The reason why you want to start doing it now, when you're working, let's say you're working like 12-hour shifts, you need to be able to take have something that makes you happy, that recharges you.
Yeah.
So recharges, that's a really good term.
So as I was saying, you need to be able to step away from what you're doing
100%.
and then do something else, and then come back with a clear mind, and you'll even be more productive. Like I find that when I do that, like it increases my productivity.
So the next thing, which I don't know why I'm just there to speak about it, is make it fun. If you think about medicine, right, even like with all these stereotypical opinions about it, or like assumptions about medicine, you think it's a serious thing, you think it's really hard, both of which are very true. It is a serious degree, it's very demanding, you have to be responsible, it is difficult, definitely it is very difficult to some extent, but at the same time you can fully make it fun. And this is the thing, right? When you're choosing to do medicine, I am hoping and assuming that like you are doing something you're going to enjoy, or you at least think you're going to enjoy it. I remember like every time we used to go into clinical skills, I would be so happy because you're doing things that you're actually learning. Then you feel like you know better than all those actors on Grey's Anatomy, of which you do, because they actually don't know anything about genuine clinical skills. So like you're enjoying it. Even like personally, when I'm doing most of my lectures actually, I'm enjoying them because I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's how this works. I'm not saying I enjoy all my lectures. Some of them I literally sit through it and I'm like rethinking if I really want to do medicine. But like, you know, like most of it I enjoy it because I've told myself this is what I want to do, and I've been honest with myself as well. Right? And I've found ways to make it enjoyable. Now I'm like, oh, I can make YouTube videos about medicine.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. I now have new friends. I can do this. Like, just make it as fun as you can. When it's fun, it's easier to do, and you enjoy it. When you're enjoying what you're doing, you do it really well.
Yeah.
Like for me, how I make it fun is by getting. I'm a low-key nerd as well, especially when it comes to tech stuff. Like I love tech.
Yes.
So like I just get like devices, iPad, keyboard, new pen sleeve. Because like for example,
pen sleeve. We're doing pen sleeves now.
Like no, because
I haven't seen that before.
like for example, let's say I have a new pen, for example, and I'm like, you know what? I want to take notes because I want to use my new pen.
Exactly.
I have a new keyboard and I want to tap my notes. But then I'm trying, like, I'm happy to use my new keyboard, but guess what? I'm still doing some work though.
Exactly.
So that's how I feel like, and also sometimes library, right? You know, we mentioned earlier making friends. Let's say I have to meet like some friends in the library. I'm not even going there to study. Like, what is making me go is like, okay, I'm gonna meet some friends, but then we're gonna study. So that's how, like, the idea of going to the library to meet my friends to study is not a bad idea because I'm meeting nice people and we're gonna have fun. So that's how I feel like. That's how I make it fun.
Even like, for example, if you're a flashcard sort of person, make it like a game night, you know, invite your medical friends. Make it like, I don't know, like beer pong medical style, you know, or for example, do your skills, practice on each other.
Yeah.
So I used to practice on my friends, and it's always helpful to practice with your medical friends because they know if you're doing it right or wrong. So this is what we mean by make it fun. Set short-term accomplishments. I read a book once, or I watched a video, I'm not quite sure, but the person would use a book and put a Snickers or like a Kit Kat bar after every chapter. So they would like finish the chapter, and then at the end, okay, so they finish the chapter, they get a reward, which is like a Kit Kat bar. So make it fun, customize it the way you want to do, but don't think of studying like, I have to study, you know? Think of studying like, ooh.
I mean, you do have to, but
that's also when even coffee comes to play.
Yeah,
because
like, wow.
sometimes when I want to get coffee and study, I don't know, coffee, do you know?
Back to coffee.
So yeah, that's just find things that you like to do and incorporate it in your study life, and then instead of thinking about studying, think about doing those things. So writing on your iPad, drinking coffee, meeting your friends. But while you're doing those things, you're actually still studying. So then it's fun.
I like how you were talking about going to the library, because that beautifully slides us into the last and final topic of, you know, this video, which is a change in scenery.
Changing scenery. Changing scenery is a big one. I actually made a video about this. We had like a SSC, what was it? A literature review to do
it's like a
last
component
year.
for students.
And I was in my room the whole time doing this, and I was so frustrated I couldn't do it. So I just decided, you know, I'm gonna go to a cafe. I just took all my stuff, I went to a cafe, and it's just like, I don't even know how or why, but it just made so much difference. So like, sometimes after I've been in a place for so long, I feel claustrophobic, like I need to get out. So library, cafes, just find any place you can, but
even like you know, those uni social spaces.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so those are our 10 tips. Obviously there's way more available, but we hope that you guys can take at least one or two that will just, you know, make a big difference for you and make your experience easier.
We tried to make them as practical as possible rather than just listing things, and I think the fact that we are 3 different people with 3 different study methods, 3 different personalities, yet somehow these tips work for us, shows that they're very versatile. So I really think you guys might really benefit from them.
And you know what guys, since like you guys are medical students or PhD students, something that we do is like reflecting, and so on the comment section, if you can write some of your learning points, stuff you learned from the video and stuff you want to incorporate like in your lifestyle, just put that in the comment section. It'd be nice to read.
Yeah, and it was nice, guys. Nice having coffee with you.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for liking the video and
make sure to check out the different sections of the video if you haven't seen all of them, and we've been 3 musketeers, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys for the next one.
Peace.